Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder?
Hey, we're on the internet.
Oh, good. Out of our systems. Exercise
Hopefully
the demons.
you heard none of that beforehand.
Nope. None of it.
Yeah. Just
Everything.
talking about shit in your pants.
Shit in your pants.
When should you? When shouldn't you?
Look, sometimes you gotta shit your pants.
Sometimes.
Yeah, especially if it's to prove a point.
Sometimes you end up accidentally having a conversation with your supervisor with a bag full of shit, and they don't know what's in the bag, but you do. So now it's really awkward. Anyway.
So.
Is that one of your scripts?
Yeah.
Specifically on my commissions list, one of the no-goes is scat play.
Yeah.
What's in the bag?
Or here.
But anyway,
What's in the bag?
I'll tell you what's in the bag. My intro. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Tabletop Gents, where a bunch of us disgruntled veterans have lost control of our lives, so we try to play control of our fictional ones. Whatever. I fucked that intro up. I don't give a shit anymore.
Just be cool. Just keep moving.
Just keep going. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Hey, Mike, do the thing.
Hey, did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to one Twitch channel for free per month with Twitch Prime? Just make sure you have to re-up it every month. Yeah, support the channel. It guilts us into spending more of our STEMI money on computer parts. Like we needed motivation.
Too soon. Anyway, hey, I know what you're wondering. Wow, Tom, that's a great computer you got there. You have any leftover parts? And the answer is yes. How would you like to enter for a giveaway? 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro, 3200 megahertz RAM. Well, I'm glad you asked. Subscribe and enter my giveaway. That's it. Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Twitch Prime, do it. Or don't. I don't know if you know. Whatever.
Hey, yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna have? Like fucking roll the dice and hope that Amaranth says your name? Come on, I'll say your name. Come on.
How dare you?
You ain't no Amaranth, though. Just saying.
Hey,
That's
you
true,
can't
you're
talk
not.
shit about other Twitch partners.
I'm not a partner yet, so
So does
Yeah.
TOS not apply to us? Because
I don't know.
We can kind of let this shit go then.
Let's not.
Please don't monetize us.
Well, here's the
All
thing,
right,
Wayne.
fun.
Here's the thing, Wayne. We have to get monetized in order to be demonetized.
It's not much.
Yeah, I guess we are demonetized right now.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? I lose my channel and start over with a different pseudonym, and
Sam
you know,
14.
and then I move on to doing audio porn. That's just how that works, right?
Sounds right. Imagine having an alternate where you do porn and have a larger community.
Yeah, imagine that.
It's so weird. Where you,
Yeah.
it's fucking wild. So weird. So
Crazy.
You know what else is weird? The recap that R4 is going to give us.
Make it quick.
We talked to the guy. He gave us rings of disguise. We went to bed. There was an attack on the city. We are still in the middle of that attack.
Cliff notes, I love it.
That's quick.
So, you guys have just finished dispersing of a gathering of creatures, a mix between goblins and ogres and bugbears. Over here near a small little village, towards the entrance of Goldenfields. Chaos is still ensuing. You hear bangs on the walls, and then random guards loosing arrows from the top of these walls. What now?
I'm going to turn to our guard, this haphazard group of people that has showed up, that followed us because I was
Okay.
yelling at them.
Mhm.
I'm going to point to the burning buildings, get the civilians deeper into the city, and make sure they're safe. Who's the highest ranking individual here?
And they all like look at each other, and like one kind of just raises his hand, and he like salutes with it. He goes, and he's
Get
like
up on the
shaking.
wall, get a status on what is on the other side of that wall, and bring it back down to me. Tell me how many men you've got there as well. Move.
Move! Okay, and then he just runs. He starts booking it toward toward the ladders for the wall, which is about 70 feet away. So he starts booking it, and you see him like running off into the darkness of the night. And then, as he begins to run, Shalvis turns to all of you, and he goes, "If the Abbey falls, this place will be without a leader. And while I am completely for taking down a leader, it needs to be a more natural way. So we need to. I think the next place we need to go is the Abbey."
All right. Does anyone in our party look like they're in the shitter right now?
How's health?
I remember you did
hospital
heal
back
at the
down
end of
for
last
here.
session. You healed
Yes.
most people. So
I'm Gucci.
Yeah, I'm a little banged up,
I'm
but I'm
good.
okay.
Everyone
Yeah.
healed 9 off my healing.
I think Thero would be the roughest, but
I
my
think Savian.
How is
Savian
yeah,
healed
Savian too.
Savian healed a good bit.
Okay.
I'll
There we
toss
go.
one
Thank
of my
you.
healing. I'll toss one of my healing potions to Savian. Just,
Oh, Thero's fine.
just
Okay. Okay, cool.
I'll be right back. I'm doing whatever this group's doing.
And then after a short while, you hear a voice yelling from atop wall R4. It's the familiar voice of this guy that you just yelled at. There's giants everywhere. Goblins. Ogres. Bugbears. Everything you just fought. They're all on the other side of the wall. I just saw, I think, 60 going along the wall, going north.
Processing. Gather an additional group. Head north. Make sure the wall holds. I'm going to turn back to Chavez. You said the Abbey?
Abby.
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 Did the Abbey? Yes.
Okay. And you all
Ugh.
gather your stuff, like you pick up whatever arrows that was fired off and everything, and you begin running your way down toward the same street that you showed up on. You begin running, and then this group of soldiers are running with you, keeping up with you. And as you're running, every once in a while, a goblin will like run across the street from like one field to the next, and one of the guards will stop and begin combating it as you guys keep moving. As you keep running, what's up?
I was going to say, while we're running, if one of them runs out, can I just like pick it up and like fucking like crush its skull and then toss it away? As
If
we're
one
going?
runs up on you, yeah. And every once in a while, like as you're running, you'll see a goblin like hop the fence and like kind of run into you, and then you'll just kind of just grab it by the scruff of its back of its neck, like the hair, and just throw it.
Yes.
I'm
And then-
ringing like church bells on the way through.
Ting 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 ting. Just as you're running,
Only we had a soundboard.
yeah. Eventually, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drag you all myself this way.
Oh shit.
And then as you run up, you see people running into the Abbey itself. And then bells begin to ring as the Abbey come under attack. You see up in the distance, treants actually running along, and like it's huge growth of like gnarled roots that form like arms and stuff like that are like slamming down into goblins along the way and just crushing them.
Hey.
And then slapping them across and like making them hit other trees, and then some other trees actually come alive and do the same, and their roots just begin to gnarl around these goblins and start dragging them down and then crushing them into the earth as you keep running and running, as the bells of the Abbey just ring louder and louder as you come closer and closer to it.
Chekhov's tree.
And as you run up, you see a familiar looking raiding party near this Abbey. And as you're running through, one of the doors in the building, one of the doors of the adjacent buildings, break open, and it startles you at first. But you see this man run out, and he looks like Beast from X-Men, except he's got white hair instead of blue. And he begins running behind you guys for the Abbey as well.
Is Tom really warbly for anybody else?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay, sorry.
I think it's the size of. I think
It's
the
it's
size
the
of,
I think
it's
it's
the
roll
map.
20, yeah.
Yeah, it's a map, and Chrome just eats up a lot of stuff.
It'll eat it all if you let it.
Yeah,
I suddenly know this character's name.
yeah. Shalvis yells back, "Miros, it's good to see you." And you guys just keep running.
now we know.
Keep running. Let's be careful with that term. As best I can.
And then
Actually, no, I have a good constitution. I'm running.
and then you eventually just make your way to the large field right in front of the abbey, and you see goblins and bugbears ransacking the neighboring little houses. I need everyone to go ahead and let's roll in some initiative,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I'll bring up the battle map. Let's do all of the goblins first. I cleared off the initiatives from last time, right? Yeah, I did, Michael.
Yep.
Damn.
Out of the way. Alright. Let's delete. Yeah, I'll delete this one quick. Okay.
Hey. Rogie boy.
I can't wait till I have advantage on initiative.
I will
I need to pop out.
twiddle my wand all cocky and piece of shitty like Barney likes to do. See if you can't bring them out into this field, boys.
Alright, I think that's all the goblins. Now we'll move on to the bugbears.
Oh my god, there's so many.
And the Ogetters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think there's all the goblins.
And I need to get Miros.
Ooh.
And
We got a bop on the playlist too.
what?
Oh, I got Spotify up and I got a bop on it.
Oh,
DMCA, you know, so we can put it on the channel.
yeah.
Childish Gambino.
All right, now let's sort these by descending. First is going to be one of the goblins, as it does nothing as you guys charge forward. It doesn't even see you guys. It's so busy, like breaking down a door and like trying to get inside. Thero.
All right. So how
Remember-
far are these squares?
These squares are each still 10 feet, but
Okay.
we can go ahead and move the tokens approximately within 10, 20 feet of where you'd actually be beforehand. This is where I drink the tokens.
I think that's fine, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine for Thero. So are we unseen from these enemies?
Nothing, you guys haven't attacked yet, so you guys just see.
I'm
You were
the
really
shining-
warbly for that.
You haven't been seen yet. No.
Okay.
I'm a shining beacon.
Okay. So
Light.
Thero will just step here. And if he has a clear shot, he's going to shoot at this big boy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack on that.
Get it.
The 14 would hit.
Okay. Was that not with advantage?
Yeah, 24 hits.
For
So,
unseen? Okay.
yeah.
For the sake of sneak attack,
yeah, that's fine.
16 damage.
16 damage. Okay, no worries. The arrow charges forward and he just knocks an arrow and then lets it go. And then it like finds the ogre like in the back of the shoulder, and then he turns around and just lets out a mighty roar toward all of you.
Hell yeah.
16
it for
damage.
Thero.
So okay. Okay. Up next is R4.
Before I go, I'm gonna look at powwow. Do you need me to go for big or small?
We should probably cover the squishies.
I'm going to initiate rage and charge into the little guys.
Oh, okay.
So this way I get aggro them and keep their attention.
Yeah. R4, you charge forward, you draw your sword out, and then your eyes and your plates begin to move slightly to give yourself better armament, and the steam kind of releases every once in a while as you begin to charge forward and your speed picks up just a little bit more.
Full swing on this.
Cleave them. Cleave the fuck out of them.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
And it will be a normal attack, not reckless.
Okay.
25.
25 definitely hits.
Goddamn.
Oh, +2 with rage. So
Max
19
damage.
total.
Wow. Good for you. Yeah, that is more than enough to cleave through this goblin. You run into the crowd and just bring your greatsword down, straight down, and just cleave right through them. And then you look at all the rest of them, and as they begin to like all turn to you and pull their swords out.
I will bathe in your blood. And I'm gonna just swing at the next one.
Go for it.
I think it's that one's closest. Another 25.
25 definitely hits.
10
Goddamn.
damage.
You, after stabbing the ground with your sword, you change the grip. You grab it with two hands. You bring it up and you turn around and you slam through, and then you just cleave another one, just carving right through it.
I'm loving the effect I have on these people.
Up next is one of the buggers who sees you charging forward, R4. Will also charge toward you. And then that's closing it on. There we go. And then he will go ahead and make his attack at you with his Morning Star. That's a natural 1. So that is not going to hit.
Nope.
We're not rolling like we were the other day. So he comes forward and he swings with his Morning Star, and then you bring your blade forward and you just block it. Up next is one of the ogres who is going to, let's see. Nope. Not want to do. Let's see. He's going to move forward right over here. Yeah, right over here. As he like stumbles into a house and like his body weight just destroys an entire corner of this house as he just charges forward and just shoulder slams into it. Then he pulls out a javelin and he throws it. It's gonna go toward you, R4. Thrown javelin. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. You take 12 points of piercing damage, reduced to half, so 6 points. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Yeah. 12 points of piercing damage, reduced to half, 6 points of piercing damage. As this javelin just gets launched at you and just hits you. And it doesn't really puncture anything, but it's definitely enough to, like, you push it aside a little bit. And then up next is another bugbear who will come down here across the street. And as he's running across the street and seeking cover, he's going to launch a javelin as well at you, R4, since you're the only target that's in the area.
Man, that is a lot of space between me and everybody else. I mean, on the initiative board.
It's going to be a 10 to hit, so I doubt that hits. Nope. So another javelin falls at your feet, and that is it. Wow, did everyone roll very bad on initiative?
I actually had 15 my first roll, but my token wasn't selected, so.
Okay. Okay. Next is Goblin, who is not going to do anything. And then up next is the ogre that you initially that Theo hit an arrow. This ogre is actually going to push forward. 5, 10, 20. 30. It's just charge toward Shalvis. Not sure where that arrow came from. He's going to go ahead and attack Shalvis with he just runs forward with this giant club in his hand. Oh, wait, I didn't roll for Shalvis. I just realized. Go ahead and add that real quick. That makes me remember now. We'll add him. He actually would show up after this goblin, or after this. So fine. I'll add him into the initiative after. So he's gonna swing up, run up with this great club, and attack Shalvis. Which does hit. So. And then Shalvis. Oh. Shalvis takes a nasty hit as this great club comes and it hits him right in the chest, and actually the force of it's so hard it actually pushes him like about a few feet away, and he falls to the ground from how much damage he just took. Then Shalvis will use some of his movement to get up and then walk away, getting someone into the street line, and then pulling out his hand crossbow and begins to make an attack on this ogre, which will hit. Okay. And then up next into the goblins, which will move this way. Not do anything. And goblin as well. which will go seeing you cleave through two of its friends. Will just run toward you with his little scimitar and make it as you are. Natural 20. There we go.
That hits.
I assume it does. You take 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to half, so 5.
Got it.
And then up next would be Savian, who will come over the and then see you getting surrounded R4 by this goblin and bugbear. And he's going to go ahead and launch some Eldritch Blasts and try to clear out the area around you so you can work your way deeper into the crowd. Uh, 26 does hit on an Eldritch Blast for 9 damage. As he runs forward and releases this Eldritch Blast from his hand, you see this goblin that just attacked you. As soon as he hits you with the scimitar, he looks back up to you, and then his face just gets hit by this force of energy, and he just falls to the ground. And like as soon as the force hits it, you hear like a crunch in his neck, as if his neck just broke from the.
Good shit.
Sick.
And I'm gonna double check something real quick.
Stepping away real quick. And we lost Mike.
Hey, what do you know? And Sabian is gonna launch a second Eldritch Blast at this ogre clear across the field. An 11. An 11 does hit for 14 points of damage. Okay. This bugbear gets slapped by this force energy. Up next, bugbear, who will charge forward with friend, attack you. You begin to become surrounded by all these creatures, one after another.
Just means I can attack in any direction.
A 8 does not hit you.
No, it does not.
Next is little goblin girls, who will stay put over there. And this one as well. Varden, you're up. Classic.
There it is.
Varden, you're up.
There we go.
Oh, let's see here. I am going to. Just take my action and move. And I am going to attack the closest to me. I don't know what creature that is.
This ogre.
I'm gonna hit it with a booming blade.
Okay.
And unfortunately, booming blade is not in roll 20. Well, shit.
Hang on. I got it.
Well, isn't that plus, like, how, is that plus 6?
Blooming Blade, as part of your action, use the cast spell. You must make a melee attack against one creature within the spell's range. On a hit, target suffers the attack's normal effects, and it becomes sheathed in a booming energy until the start of your next turn. The target willingly moves before then, and it takes 1d8 damage, and the spell ends. So just make your normal attack roll.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's just your normal. So a 5 plus your
Unless they move.
yeah. So what did you roll on that? You rolled a 6. So a 10 does not hit.
Yeah, figured.
Do
And
you- So you just charge up and you swing your sword, whatever, and you manage to actually hit this ogre, but the sword isn't able to pierce through its thick flesh.
and I will try and defend myself and end my turn.
Okay. Next is the bugbear over here, who will get it to the middle of the street over here. And launch a javelin at you, R4. Does not hit. A javelin just falls at your feet. And you're thinking, all these free weapons. How well you're up?
So good news, free javelin.
10, 20,
Good news, free
30.
javelins.
2 bugbears are next to Ravage. You're attacking him, so toll the dead on those 2.
You can hit toll it on 2.
Yep. Death cleric.
Ooh.
Go ahead and make these wisdom saving throws.
Yep.
We'll start from which 2 are you attacking here?
The 2 that are in melee range, since they've been next to each other.
Okay, this first one is going to be the top one. It's cocked. 16 on the first one.
Succeeds.
Okay, the second one is going to be an 11.
Fail.
Okay,
Is he uninjured?
neither one of them have been hit yet.
So he takes 8 damage. And then being... No, not yet. I will... Nope, that is my turn, making
Okay.
my presence.
Powwow, you run up and just ding your little bell. Ding, 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 letting everyone know you're coming. Ding, 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 ding. And then you see one of the bugbears look at you, and as he looks at you, he begins to, like, snap at his neck abruptly, and then he just shakes it off. Up next is one of the goblins, who will come down this way, street, and see what's going on, and then sees the bugbears attacking this giant humanoid creature, and then this other smaller, more fragile creature just standing there. And he's gonna make an attack at you with his short bow. That's not gonna hit. 10?
No.
No. And then up next is another goblin who's not gonna do anything. Up to Bonet.
Okay. Decisions. I will walk to the middle of the green.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast. Yeah. We'll use that. I'm going to cast. Let me read the spell's details real quick. I'm still going to do it, but I'm just for your sake. On a circle based here, 40 feet, up to 6 creatures, I'm going to cast slow.
Okay.
So they all have to succeed. What is it? Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay, so I'm assuming you are targeting this bugbear, these 3 bugbears surrounding R4.
Yeah, like these 5 right here.
Okay.
And this guy.
And the ogre? Okay, no worries. So let's start off with the bugbear real quick. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, they all have to make 14, I think.
All right. First
Yeah.
one is a fail.
Okay, so he's slowed.
I'll go ahead and add a red marker over him for slow. Second one is a failure as well. Oh, actually. Snail. There's a snail.
Yeah, there's a slow token.
Nice.
Yeah. Bear number 3. 18.
That succeeds.
Goblin. Natural 1 is slowed.
Likely fail.
And then this bugbear as well is a 15.
That will succeed.
Okay. And the ogre, which I imagine does not have very good wisdom. Yeah. 9. So it is slowed as well.
That fails. So yeah, for these guys, I just had it up. Mea culpa. They get -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions. They can either use an action or bonus action, not both. It can't make more than one attack, regardless of its abilities or magic items. And if it tries to cast a spell, it needs to roll a d20 on an 11 or higher. That spell, I mean, they don't have spells, so whatever. And at the end of its turn, it saves again to stop the effect.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
-2 AC is the most important, probably.
Yeah.
And action economy.
Okay. Up next, the Miros. Unless is that the end of your...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Up next is going to be Miros. This bear-like creature is this humanoid creature that's all covered in hair. Goes and leans against one of the trees, and then knocks this big, heavy crossbow, and then just lets loose with that bad boy at this ogre. He's gonna come right here and see this ogre advantage. And he just let loose this arrow on this guy. Which is this massive bolt just whizzes right by this ogre and misses. And then let me go ahead and fix the thing. All right, Thero's up.
All right, Thero.
Oops.
Thero will probably move here. I think that's within his range of movement. Yeah. I don't know if he gets flanking with this ogre or not. I don't know how Powwow is situated relative to him.
Powwow was facing these bugbears, or facing R4 in that general area.
Okay. So would he be adjacent? I mean, for the sake of flanking, I think is the only thing that matters for the adjacency for.
Well, I'd say that
Powwow.
each one of these squares is 10 feet. So, Powwow, would you have been closer to R4 or a little bit off?
I intentionally moved towards the ogre.
Okay, no worries. Then for flanking purposes, have it.
All right. So he's slung his short bow like over his shoulder, and he's going to moonlit a rapier at him.
Okay, a natural 20
Ayo.
with sneak attack damage.
Ayo.
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh,
So that's
20
what is that? 37 total.
37 total, which is
Me.
more than enough. As Thero charges forward, and then actually climbs up, like runs and sprints up, and then gets on the back of this ogre, and then pulls the rapier out, spins it around, and then stabs it straight down into the spine of this ogre, and then the ogre just drops to his knees, and Thero twists the rapier, and then pulls it out as the ogre just drops to the ground, lifeless.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that'll be it for his turn.
Okay, R4, you're up. You see all of a sudden these bugbears around you, with their morning stars out. They begin to swing at you, and then all of a sudden their movement just slows to a crawl.
Okay. Is this one affected?
The one directly to your right is not. No.
Is this one in range?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna swing on the slow one first.
Okay.
Do I get advantage to that or?
No, it
Minus
just
2
has
to its
it just has
AC.
a -2 to AC.
Okay, good enough. Full swing.
A 26 would hit
Don't
no
even
matter
need
what.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
14 damage.
14 damage. You go and you cleave through, and you like almost take off his arm. You just swing so violently with your sword.
It's still up?
It's still up.
Tough boy.
Fuck! Fine, I'll swing on it again.
Okay. You bring your sword down, you cleave through its arm, and then you bring your sword back up, and you go for a horizontal strike this time. Roll your damage.
13.
And then as you bring down for your horizontal strike, you cleave through its neck and just take off its head. 13 was exactly what you needed to kill it.
Wow.
I'm gonna look at the non-slowed bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
You're next.
Up
I
next,
don't know what that means.
up next is the non-slowed bugbear, who will attack you now with his Morning Star. 22 to hit.
Hits.
You take 11 points of piercing damage, halved, so 6 points of piercing damage as his Morning Star cleaves right into like your side, and you just hear metal on metal. It sounds echoing through the field.
All right. Cool.
Up next is a goblin who is just going to come over here, and that's up next is this other bear who is not slowed, and he's going to charge you, pulling out his Morning Star as he charges forward toward you. Natural 20. Let's do it.
Oof.
I'm gonna Spirit Shield on Powwow.
Okay. Roll your 2d6.
Five.
All right, Powwow. You take 15 points of piercing damage as this Morning Star comes up and just hits you right in like the shoulder area and like almost collapses your arm into your torso for a second, and then you bring it back out. Up next is one of the slow ogres, the one that charged into this like house and like shoulder slammed this house and like causing all this debris. He is going to just slowly take out a javelin and just and then throw this javelin out. I'm gonna roll a d6 on who it hits. On a even number, it hits R4. On an odd number, it hits Powwow. Odd. 15 to hit on you, Powwow, which will miss. This javelin doesn't have the loft or the strength behind it in order to actually make it toward you. It just falls short. Up next is Shalvis, who will Shalvis will sway using one of the houses is covered small covered has covered And he's gonna fire his hand crossbow at this bugbear attacking you, Powwow. That's gonna hit. Oh, good for him. He's contributing. The thing's gonna take 11 points of damage as you see this bolt hit it right in like the right in the meaty part of his thigh, Powwow, right in front of you. Then arrow just hits the thing. Up next is a goblin who sees you, Beaurenay, standing in the middle of the field. And he's going to go ahead and make a shot at you with his short bow.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That will likely miss. I'll shut my thing up. Yes, that misses.
Okay. Up next is another goblin who will just come right over here. Savian's turn. Savian sees that arrow cross the field toward you, and he's gonna just make his way right over here. It's this goblin at the corner of this intersection, and he's gonna look at you and go, "I got this one," and then he's gonna launch an Eldritch Blast at it.
Oh, thank you, Savian.
21 hits for 9 damage.
Savian
he's
just
gonna-
hits.
And then he's gonna launch this Eldritch Blast, and the force of this blast hits this goblin in the chest, and then knocks it back, and it hits this little shack or house, and just knocks it unconscious, and it falls to the ground. And then Savian will get over here to give you fire, Beaurenay.
Aw.
Varden,
All right, cool. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the bugbear closest to Powwow.
okay. A 16. That should hit. That just hits.
Whew, thank God.
16 damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finally.
Which is just enough. As you launch this fire out of your hand, you like move your hand across your long blade, and then almost like your hand was some sort of flint, you ignite a flame that carries over to your hand, and you push it forward, and that flame travels toward this bugbear and ignites it, and it just begins to writhe in pain and drop to his knees as it rolls around in this hay field, just burning to a crisp.
Hell yeah. And I will then take an action and move myself right about here. And that will end my turn.
Okay, no worries. Up next is one of the little goblins. Who is just going to keep doing what it's doing. Out of all the fight, really, it's just going to keep attack. Oh, wow.
I give Varden the stink eye. You took my kill.
Now you know how I
I'm
feel.
sorry. I was trying to help you.
These two are close. Fine, I'll target these two. Those in that vertical line.
Okay.
Told the dead.
Toll the Dead. Okay. First one is going to fail. The second one is going to fail as well.
Slowed one, not injured, right?
Slowed one, not injured.
Alright, so he will take 5. The injured one will take 13.
Oh.
And I will step forward, blocking Varden from my glory.
I see how it is. Okay. You don't need my help. Fuck. I'll go fuck myself.
What does Ravager look
Ravager's got a few dents and like open wounds of like showing like his undercarriage, I guess. He's looking kind of hurt,
Skeleton.
but he's not he's not like limping or anything.
Okay. I'll save the ambulance spells for now.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Up next is the bugbear, who is low. Who is just going to not necessarily in melee range, so he's just going to move a little bit because he can't block, and then he's gonna like, and then get to one of the houses and then just launch a javelin at UR4, since you were the only target really in his sight.
Bring it.
13 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. The javelin hits you and just bounces off of your shoulder. That is a goblin who is low as well. It's just gonna stay put and then just slowly knock an arrow and then fire it at you, Powwow.
No.
6 to hit. I am not rolling well tonight.
That slow is really
You had
fucking it
like
up.
3 nat 20s already.
I had one. I had one. Yeah. Bo Renee, you're up.
Yes. I don't really know a whole lot what's going on with these guys. So
As
as
far
much
as
as
you guys are
appreciate-
aware, you don't know those guys are there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna sidestep here and shoot a firebolt at that bloke.
Okay. Roll your attack.
If roll 20 wants to cooperate.
We'll see. A 19
It does.
definitely hits.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Wow.
You launch this firebolt at it, and you see this body on the ground near Powwow, this charred bugbear body, and you're like, I can do that too. And you launch this firebolt, and this bugbear gets hit by this firebolt, and the flames just writhe over its body. As it tries to pat it out, it falls to the ground and just like keeps patting it out, and then it's rolling in the grass. Then eventually just stops rolling.
I turn around.
That's kind of dark compared to saving and just snapping necks, but hey, pow pow pow. That's it for me.
Okay.
Me and
Next.
Ravager looking at each other. These fucking wizards.
These fucking guys.
Up next is going to be Miros. He's going to emerge in the tree line. Then run between Hero and you, Bourne, and look at everyone and go. Is that all of them? And that's going to be his turn.
Actually, no, it's not. I know my spells affect 2 people.
Hero, you're up.
Yeah. So Thera would at least see this guy.
Hero
This
would
guy's
see that,
like-
yeah.
Fucking with a house, right?
Yeah, like he's like leaning against the house, yeah.
Okay. Let me see Thero's stuff because Thero likes to be extra. Short or long rest. Okay. Okay. He will. I'm just gonna run up to here. And try to rapier this guy.
He's gonna do what to him?
He's gonna rapier him
Okay.
right in the asshole.
He's a rapierist.
Hilarious.
Rapierist.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets any advantages or anything to it.
Nope, but a
Oh, my
24
bad.
hits.
Because he'd be out of my melee range. He'd attack with a crossbow or something.
12 damage.
Zero charges forward and like slides in between the houses and sees this goblin, gets both to his feet, and then just stabs this goblin right through the heart, and then pulls rapier back out, and the goblin just falls to the ground. Just
He's gonna bonus action flourish with his rapier and like whip the blood off of it.
yep, awesome.
That's it for him.
Okay. After you do that, you all hear Sabian yell from the middle of the field as he points down the street. He goes, "The cavalry's here!" And then, Borne, you can see off in the distance a group of soldiers on horseback begin charging forward into this circular little area and begin just running over these goblins with their horses. And for this sake, this part of the combat is over.
Oh hell yeah!
And then one charges forward to you, R4, and then reins the horse back and goes, "We'll defend the abbey."
Where do you need us?
There's a breach to the east of here. Quick. And then
I need some of your soldiers.
take him. And then he gets off the horse and then runs into the abbey and then begins ringing this bell loudly, alerting everyone in the town in the town that there's an attack.
I hope we catch him in the field.
I'm gonna turn to what few foot soldiers I imagine are still with us. Non-cavalry, you're with us. Cavalry, stay here, defend the abbey.
Okay. Let's go ahead and clear this initiative.
Oh my god!
And Naruto.
I don't want to do that.
Good shit.
Delete all those. And then, okay. So now what?
East.
Okay.
We move
And
east.
we'll say for this,
I'm going to-
you have probably about 4-foot soldiers with you.
Cannon fodder. Just what I needed.
Yeah.
Exactly what we needed.
Uh,
R4 definitely didn't
so-
play that one.
I'm not super
Yes,
keen
more
on like how you guys are trained, but like on a scale from like no to yes, where are you guys at with fire resistance? Just like ballparking. Just hypothetically.
All right. Okay. All right.
Oh shit, that was funny.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
That was a good one.
scale of 1 to 40 health. Where do you stand?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, say you're like fighting a bunch of goblins and somebody were to like drop a fireball right next to you. Would you die or no? I'm just
We've tried
hypothetically.
tried to burn corpses before. I know it's hard. So you're probably pretty sturdy.
Yeah, I mean you're wearing metal armor.
Man, these
Metal
guys
is fire resistant.
should
Sorry,
not trust
Tiger,
us.
you?
On our way over to the breach,
heard
I am going to drink my health potion.
Okay.
Same.
Roll your health.
It's a D4, right?
2d4 plus 2.
Yep. 2d4 plus 2.
So it's nuf.
Now that. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Fucking sick.
You just miss your mouth.
Okay.
You're growing.
Sabian
what I-
runs
I
past
said-
you. Sabian runs past you as you're like chugging this thing, and like he sees that most of it's missing your mouth.
R4 just pours it on his head and hopes for the best.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
you just like smash it against your face,
Yeah,
and then some of it gets in your mouth.
Like bottle and everything just.
And then he's gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds
Potion
on.
consumed.
He's gonna cast Cure Wounds on you at second level, at third level.
Ooh.
That's some good heat.
So 21 points.
Yeah, I'm feeling groovy now.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow, that 2d8 he gets a 14.
I'm feeling real good.
So you just pass. You go. You did more than I do. And then you all take off with these foot soldiers behind you. And that's where we're going to take our first break. So
Dog in due time.
we'll be right back.
This is what I've been saving the spell slots for.
Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes. We need those with courage to fight back. Protectors of the realm. Bold enough to strike out in the face of evil. Someone willing to stand against them. To stand against the giants. This will be no easy task. Will you fight back? Do you have what it takes? Listen, my friend. Can you hear it? Rolling over the plains. Crashing down the mountains. Can you quell the Storm King's thunder? Listen well, traveler. There's trouble in the north. The giants are stirring. They've emerged from their hidden enclaves to spread misery across the land. Faerun is in grave danger, and someone must do something. We need heroes.
And we're back. And we're back. All right. So you all begin charging forward to these foot soldiers, running eastward toward where you heard the breach in the wall. And as you make your way closer toward the wall, you see the flames of the wall lighting up as a silhouette, and you see these two giant figures just climbing over the wall and then falling down and then getting back up. And before you are these two giants standing up before you. Let's go ahead and roll some
Somebody
initiative.
do the Attack on Titan theme song.
And then ignore all of that over here.
Initiative.
And let's go ahead and get some music going.
There are those rolls. Sadly, it's only initiative.
Bro, Renee and Theo are always on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Shalvis.
Is Theo still injured?
I mean, he's missing some hit points, but it's not.
Because I would have yelled at him to take one of his healing potions while we were running.
He would not have.
Okay.
He's not that hurt. And oh yeah, he does have healing potions in this.
I've definitely given everyone at least one or two.
Yeah, he's not. He has scrapes.
Cool.
Okay. You see these giants over the wall now. And you're standing face to face with the large, muddy, and obese hill giants. Up first is Shalvis, who shakes in his boots upon seeing them. He goes, "Oh shit!" And he's just gonna go prone in his feet and these large hay fields or wheat fields, and just goes prone and just hides in the grass, and then just launches an arrow at him. Turn the music down a little bit.
Shalvis, stay strong. Focus. As I
Hit him
yell
with your
out.
crossbow, Steve.
And it's gonna
Nape of the neck.
Put him in a body bag.
he's gonna miss as he's just shaking so badly he misses the arrow. The arrow.
That's a good idea. Thero is also going to shoot at this big bitch
Okay.
whenever his thing comes up. He'll unsling his bow. Yeah, that's normal.
A
16
16 does hit.
6 damage. Oof. Bare minimum.
And it doesn't even seem to phase this. It just keeps lumbering forward.
He will move here and also try to hide in the hay and straw and everything.
Okay.
Tall
Let
grass.
me roll a stealth check for. That's pretty good.
I got it.
I rolled for Shalvis as well. Okay. Okay. Wow, you're up.
All right. Ooh. That bottom giant, I will cast Ray of Sickness. and
Okay.
Blast. 18.
An 18 does hit.
So that will be. Oh shit.
Hell
God
yeah.
damn.
That is 16 poison damage, and he makes a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Makes a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is probably
2.
Oh right, outstanding. He is
There goes
poisoned
Mike.
until the end of my next turn.
So
So he has disadvantage on attack rolls
Okay.
and ability checks.
He
That was
is poisoned. All right. Well, let's get a little poison thing here. Let's say it's let's say it's this one.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I am going to stay where I am.
Okay. R4. You're up.
I'm gonna hold my blade out to the side. I've fought bigger. Rage and charge in.
Okay.
Everybody seems to be targeting this bottom one, right?
Yep.
Thero did so far, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I think we're gonna go with the intention of focusing him down. So I'm going to run straight to him in full swing.
Roll your attack.
23.
23 definitely hits.
Oh, yeah.
16 damage total. Plus D4 for the poison.
Okay. So 16. Roll your d4. So 20. Nice. You go, you run up, and you cleave at one of its ankle, and the sword gets into the meatiness, and then you just pull the blade out, and you see like the blackness of the poison begins seeping into his veins, and you see like the blackness encroaching along his leg from the poison.
It works.
Proof of
How I
concept.
shot the distance. We're not done
Black?
yet. I'm taking the flag. Another 23.
23 definitely hit.
17 plus 2 poison.
Okay, so 19 damage. Okay.
Damn, bro.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Up next is Varden.
fucking firebolt on the big ass fucking giant to the bottom.
Hell yes.
Well, shit.
There we go. A natural 20 on Firebolt. Let's go.
Okay.
18
Okay.
damage. Okay. That's okay. Nice. Good big hits from you guys this round.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. As Miros begins to come into the street over here, you all begin to see arrows flying toward you. While from the fields over here, these goblins begin approaching and launching just arrows. None of them are hitting you at all, but they just seem to just be running above you guys. And they're so small and so low to the fields that it's almost hard to see where they are. Every once in a while, you see like one of them jumping up to like shoot their bow. And then Miros is going to stay behind one of these houses for cover and launch a shot with his heavy bow. 6 does not hit.
This useless fucking.
I'm
Right, I thought this
nervous,
was-
okay? Up
Your
next is
fear is weakness.
Up next is Savian, who going to come here to you guys into the fields and then look at Powwow and say, I think you guys have the bottom one. And then he's going to go ahead and launch some Eldritch Blasts at the one from above. A 15 hits for 7 damage. That is... And he's going to launch a second one as well. A 9 does not hit. The second one just hits this giant, but it does nothing. Up next is the giant's turn. Who's just going to lumber forward toward you, R4. Doom. 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 And he's just going to just take his hands up like this in a fist and then come down and try to smash you with his hands in these two hulking fists. That first one is going to be 26 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 7, as these fists come down, and then you manage to duck out of the way, but one of his knuckle scrapes your shoulder and like brings you down a little bit, and then he lets loose his hands and then just goes to backhand you and try to slap you away. 19 to hit.
Fuck. Matches.
Great AC for barbarian.
You take 17 points, halved to 9.
8. 9.
9. You take 9 points of blood damage as this hand slaps you. And then it pushes you about 5 feet As you manage to take your sword, kind of block it a little bit, the sword hits you in the face, and you just get pushed. The other one sees this, and he's going to charge forward, and he jumps into the air and tries to land on top of you. R4.
At disadvantage.
He's poisoned, right?
Yes.
Okay. With disadvantage, 19.
Fuck.
I don't have enough D6s for this.
Oh,
That's what I
not
put
good.
here.
Oof.
You take 27 points of bludgeoning, halved. So 14.
Thank God
And
you healed
then-
me on the way up.
And I need you to go ahead. Or never mind. You were considered. He lands on top of you, squishing you, and puts his hands underneath him and like starts grabbing you. You are considered grappled.
So is this giant like on top of him?
Yes.
So if I was above this giant, and I wanted to shoot R4, how much cover would R4 have?
All of it, unless if it's an AOE kind of spell, if it would, depending on how it went, R4 probably would have.
Let's say
a
it
lot of
was
cover.
an
Yeah.
air bursting ball of like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, R4 would be safe.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Just
Well,
do it.
Bo Renee, you're up.
oh
Yeah, just
wow!
go ahead.
What a coincidence! I
Go
cast
ahead and
fireball
just crack them knuckles. Just
right about I don't know, like here.
fuck yeah.
Okay.
So they both make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. I'll roll for the top one first.
Okay,
That will be an 11.
that will fail.
And then does the second one have the second one does have a disadvantage for poison?
Not for saving throws. No.
Okay. 16 on the bottom one.
Although he is prone.
Prone doesn't affect dexterity savings.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Well, then you only take half damage.
I learned that from Matt Mercer.
Well, be careful what you learn from Matt Mercer.
That's true. So it's a 16.
So is it? Yeah, that will succeed.
Okay. Roll your damage.
All right, so it's 27 damage to this feller, and then
27
14 to this
one.
feller.
Okay.
Nice.
And then 14 to
That's a
this.
yeah, half.
Okay. No worries.
As a
R4, you feel this. You can sense this amount of heat, and you see the night sky illuminate this familiar airburst. You've seen it plenty of times. A familiar airburst of flame just engulfing these two giants, and the scorch marks begin to make their way across the arms. And you think the fire is going to reach you, but it doesn't. And then the fields themselves actually become illuminated and begin to catch fire as well. Up next is Shalvis, who will run for this giant that's on top of you, R4, and just go try to whack it with his quarterstaff and try to just do his best to get it from get him from on top of you. He's just gonna run up with his quarterstaff and just begin whapping it. And as he runs forward, he trips and then falls and then drops this quarterstaff.
But is the giant prone?
Giant is prone. Giant is prone. Wrong sheet. Wrong sheet. Just hits. He stumbles forward at first, and then picks his horse step back up, and then just goes and tries to whack him. And he's using a two-handed, so it's a D8. And this giant damage. And that's it. That's Shalvis' turn. Up next is Thero.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the top of the initiative order now. So we'll go ahead and
roll in the
goblins, the goblins.
What you put in the chat? Oh, season 1, opening 1. It's been a while. I'm not used to anything other than rainbow-colored flamethrowers.
This is my last war. Okay, and yeah. Go ahead and sort this now by descending. Okay. Up next is one of the goblins who's just going to charge right through the field. And you're pretty well hidden. So, he's going to go and just run through the field. And he sees... oh, man, who does he see? He sees... Shalvis. He's just going to attack Shalvis, the short bow. Oh, that's a D8. Oh, that's a D12. What am I doing? It's going to miss, thankfully. And then he's going to fire this bow and miss a Shalvis. Up. Wait, Shalvis just... Who is... What just happened here? Shalvis was at the top of the order. That's right. So okay. R4, you're up.
I think really my only action is going to be to escape.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Because if I try to escape, or because if I try to attack, I get it at disadvantage unless I reckless, in which case they'll have advantage on me.
You have this huge hill giant right on top of you, just grubbing in with your fingers.
Yeah. I'm gonna flex and bust out of here.
Make an athletics check.
Oh right, athletics. Thankfully that one doesn't count. Hey, 18.
Well, the first roll was a natural 1, so we're gonna take that one.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
I'd like to say, well, my counter is it was not an athletics check, it was a simple strength check.
Yeah, but you still rolled a 1.
I'm not, you are the DM, it is your call, and I accept whichever judgment you levy. I will, however, admit that I clicked the wrong thing because I was overzealous.
Okay. All right.
Wrong, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, can I say that it's a 15?
What?
Just because.
Hey, but you know, if it's a grappling check, it's a contested roll, so maybe with disadvantage, that giant rolls a natural one as well.
It has a less than 18 strength.
Let's see.
Doubtful.
Just
Highly
giant
doubtful.
with disadvantage.
Highly.
With disadvantage, it was a 15.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I would have given him a 1, but he still probably would have won that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So.
Plus, I still got 3rd level spell slots, baby.
All right, so that's my turn.
Okay. Up next is Powwow.
Alright, I really want to give these giants more targets to aim at. Charging forward, while I'm going forward, I'm screaming behind me at these goddamn foot soldiers. If you're not gonna fight the giants, then kill the fucking goblins.
Hell yeah, powwow.
And I'm going to use the giant is prone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit the giant with my whip.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Lash him on the back.
14 hits.
14 hits. Yes. All right. So that's going to be 4. I will channel divinity for an extra 17 damage for a total of 21.
This giant who's been airbursted and is scorched and is just like grappling R4 and is just so distracted. You go and you rush forward and you take your whip and it manages to go around its neck and tighten, and you just begin to pull and pull, and then R4 you feel the grip on you begin to lessen and lessen as this giant moves his hands from you, R4, and goes to the whip, but his big hands can't grab such a tiny whip, and he becomes strangled, and then all of a sudden his body just goes limp.
Hell yeah, powwow.
Damn.
Okay. How does Ravager look?
Well,
Cheers, bro.
the now that R4 is completely under this thing now. It is like he just took the hands up from R4, so you can't see R4. His hands just came up and then started grabbing the thing, and he's just on top of R4 right now, and then just dies on top. So R4, you have a hill giant just dead on top of you.
Thank God I don't have to breathe.
He's a strong boy. So now I just look at this big hill giant. You're next.
All right.
Stay alive, or powwow actually might use you for sure parts.
The voice crack. You're next.
And you're next.
You're next.
Okay. Thero
Right,
is
Thero,
up.
he's going to try a neat little Assassin's Creed move that he read in the book, I guess. He's going to sneak up to this goblin, and he's going to, like Jaws in a sea of wheat, he's just going to try to disappear this goblin
Okay.
down underneath it.
Okay. So what is this? Are you attacking with the rapier or?
He's attacking with a dagger, technically.
Okay.
He's got the 2 daggers out.
Okay. Dagger. Okay.
Well, just the 2, yeah. I think he has sneak.
I'll give you sneak attack on this.
So he's not going to use his sneak attack
Okay.
on this attempted kill.
Okay.
21 to hit.
A 21 hits.
7 piercing damage.
Thero maneuvers through this wheat field like a puma. Like a puma. And then comes up behind this goblin, puts his hand over his mouth, and just takes a dagger and slits his throat with it. And then pushes the goblin down to the ground. The goblin just bleeds out dead.
And with his bonus action, he's going to try to throw a dagger at this motherfucker.
Okay, I will say that the goblin is about the same height as this wheat, so you can't really get a
Okay.
clear, concise where this goblin is. So if you make
Okay.
the ranged attack, it will be with disadvantage.
Okay. And this is not part of the same unseen attack.
Well, Thero is taller than the grass, so no.
Damn. Okay. Well, let's shoot for the moon. 10 to hit.
A 10 does not hit. As Thero just throws the dagger into, like he sees some hay or some wheat moving in the distance, and he just throws a dagger at it. But the movement just keeps moving past where the dagger was.
Well, it would have been cool. And that'll, well, he still has a little bit of movement. He's going to
It was
move
really cool.
up here and end his turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Up
going to
next,
Assassin's Creed, like, kill.
up next is Varden.
All right, I will move in a little bit and And I will cast another firebolt at the giant.
Okay. 9 does not hit.
God damn it. Cool. All right. So, as a backup, I will be like, I tried! And just, well, sit there. Next.
Up next is Miros, who sees that first giant go down and it kind of calms his nerves a little bit, and he's going to go ahead and make an attack with his heavy bow as well. And he just yells out, "I'm running out of ammo, lads!"
You carry 3 arrows?
Carries 10. They're heavy. It's a heavy crossbow, okay? These are big bolts.
I'm just giving him shit.
A 17
Powwow is done with everybody's shit.
a 17 does hit. And he does a total of 10 damage.
Okay,
Very nice. Very nice.
so it's okay.
Up next is one of the goblins.
+0, you are useless.
I'm a innkeeper. What can I say?
Oh, he's the innkeeper. I didn't know that.
He's an innkeeper. He's not the one you guys have met.
I was gonna say ours didn't look like a werewolf.
That's racist. One of the goblins is gonna charge forward a little bit, and just moving, and then he's come up behind Thero, like he's just running through the grass, whatever, and just pops, like runs into Thero, and then gets startled and just takes out a scimitar, just like as he's unsheathing it, just attacking him with it.
Okay.
Natural 1. He's so scared of you.
Oh. Didn't clear the wheat.
He like brings it up, whatever, and like it just flies out of his hand, and he just watches it fly out of his hand. He goes, ah. And then up next is another goblin,
Stab him in the neck.
who is going to just travel eat, and he's just gonna fire. He sees from the distance. He saw where that flame came from when you launched that airburst, the small ember that flew through the sky before it exploded. He sees you up ahead, and he's going to go ahead and make a short bow attack at you, bow. 23 to hit.
Yeah, they'll hit me.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's another bitch. I'm at half health now.
Yep.
No, not really.
Up next is Savian, who is actually going to run forward and try to help R4 get from underneath this giant. Sabian's just going to charge forward and try to get underneath all the fat folds and everything like that of this giant and try to find R4 and then just interlock arms and try to pull him out. It's going to go ahead and make a strength check to see if he can do it. A 12. I'd say he manages to find where you are, R4, as he's moving an arm or two, an arm, whatever, out of the way, and sees one of your arms like underneath him, and he grabs that arm, but he's not able to really pull you from underneath this giant.
I have an idea.
Up next is another one of the goblins, who is going to make his way through the grass as well, and then just snake his way. It doesn't find anyone, so. And then next is this giant who sees you, Powwow, choke the life out of his partner. And he's just going to take a piece of the rubble from the wall that fell, this giant rock, and then bring it up and just slam it down on top of you, Powwow.
He rolls a 1.
He rolls a 1.
He
And
does.
as he brings the rock up, the weight of it takes him off guard for a second, and the rock falls from behind him and just falls to the ground behind him. And he's
Powwow
like,
saw his life flash before his eyes.
You're tiny. You're tiny and small and weak.
That could have been bad, Powwow.
And then
Oh my God.
his hand's still in the air. Looks at where the rock was, and then he goes and it brings the hand down, and you hear him yell something in giant, and then he brings his hands down and just tries to hammer fist you.
I can't help with that one.
It was a 9 to hit.
I am a god.
And then as he goes to bring the hammer fist down, his hands leave a little bit of a gap, and then his hands just come down, and you're in the gap of his grasp. And then he goes.
So,
Well, go ahead, Dylan.
all I was gonna say is Powwow peed himself yet.
He's out of fluids after the first combat.
I got one. Since giant, go on.
The giant then opens his hand, sees that it didn't crush you, and then panics and just falls to the ground and just begins to cry. And he's just given up on fighting you. And you hear in giant, like, no hurt. Go want food. Go want food. And he's it. He's just not fighting back anymore. But it's your turn.
Okay, fuck goblins. I'm gonna cast magic missile.
Okay.
Two at this asshole, and
Okay.
then another one at this guy.
Well, you can't see all those.
Even the guy who shot an arrow at me.
You can probably see that one, but not the ones like over near Thero or anything like that.
Okay. I mean, if the only target I can see other than this guy is this guy, well, that's where it's going.
Okay. All right.
So here's the 3d4. So that's a 3,
A 4.
to the first guy, and then a 4 to the giant.
Okay. So maybe the first 2 are going to the goblin, or
Yes.
Okay.
First to the goblin.
okay. So 3 and a 3 to the goblin. Okay. The goblin gets bombarded by these invisible missiles. One goes to its knee, and the other one, like as you take out its knee, it begins to fall. The other one hits it right in the face, and it just falls straight to the ground. And you just hear it writhing in pain, but you don't know if it's dead or not.
What was writhing? Probably not. And then I will take one step over here, and that's my turn.
Okay. Up next is Shalvis, who hears something coming up from behind him, and then takes the quarterstaff and spins it around, and then goes to hit this whatever creature it is that's coming up behind him. A natural 1. Come on, Shalvis. You're supposed to be
Shalvis sucks.
cool. You're supposed to be cool. Misses. He swung at what he heard. Didn't really see anything, so. Or you're up. Savian is like grabbing at your arm, trying to pull you from underneath this giant.
I was gonna say, for dramatic effect, can I cut my way through and crawl out of it?
You can certainly try. I mean, I don't know if I should give you advantage or disadvantage on these attacks. You are.
Well, I mean, so I think that when he fell on me, my sword was trapped between me and him. So if I could just like slice my way upward and then
Okay.
swim through the guts.
Okay. Go ahead and make
You're gonna crawl your way out.
make a strength check to see how deep you can cut. A 10.
Perfect.
You bring it up and you manage to like cut him pretty deep on the chest, whatever. But I don't know if it, like to go clear through. This giant is pretty thick. But what you've managed to do is just coat your entire body in blood, and like the ground around you just begins turning red.
Can
I could say
crawl
you
out?
could try again. I could say you could try again because you have an extra attack technically.
Come on, net 20.
11. Same thing. You managed to go a little deeper this time. This time breaking a rib or two, and then you find yourself like the giant's sinking, or the giant's flesh like kind of begins engulfing you, and now like you're kind of like inside this giant's body now.
Just gonna move through the guts. Fucking just.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Powwow.
disgusting when I get out of here.
Powwow, you're up.
So I have a pretty damn good perception. Is there still fighting around us? Like, do I still hear things on the other side of the wall or around other parts of the city?
Let's see. What's your perception? Or what's your passive perception here?
18.
18. I would say yeah. I mean, you hear. You can still hear some commotion from on top of the wall, like guards letting loose arrows every once in a while or yelling, you know. But for the most part, you don't hear like a lot of chaos as you did before.
All right. So, okay, I'm gonna yell out, "Clear out the goblins! I have an idea with the giant. Stop attacking him." I'm gonna climb up on top of the giant. Sort of like sit on his chest area.
You're not gonna fuck the giant, are you?
Okay. Okay.
And I'm just gonna
God, what the fuck?
I'm just gonna say in giant, if you stop fighting, I will give you food, and we can be friends.
And like he's blubbering and just nodding, just.
So
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Og is his name.
Og. You don't know if that's his name, but he's just saying Og. Yeah.
Og.
Og, yeah.
So I'm just sitting there cross-legged on his chest while he's wiggling, staring at him, speaking in giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is Thero.
All right. Thero. I mean, Thero has a guy in front of him.
Yes.
And a dagger in his hand. So that's probably going to be his first solution to this problem.
Okay. A 24 definitely hits this thing.
9 piercing damage.
This goblin had run up to you and then went to draw a scimitar, and then it flew out of his hand. And then Thero takes the moment of opportunity and grabs the wrist of this goblin and then pulls it forward to this dagger, and then the dagger pierces right into the clavicle of this goblin. And then it just everything just goes numb and limp in Thero's hands.
As he does that, he's going to like pull him forward and stab him, and then like twist and fall into the wheat and try to hide underneath it.
Okay. No worries. Make a stealth check.
Yeah. There you go, roll 20. You can do it.
29. Yeah.
And he'll move over here.
Okay, he begins like low crawling his way. Or
Very quick roll call.
yeah. He's high crawling.
Or crouch call.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it for Thero.
All right, Varn, you're up.
Well, since the giant is down, live and let live is one of my character traits. So
When you're
he's down. He's not a threat anymore. So I turn around and I attack this bugbear
Sabian.
over here
Texavia.
with a fire.
Which one? Because you can't really see them. They're like low into the wheat fields, so you can't really see them unless like they're right up on you.
Shit. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, damn. Is there any possibility that I can make out any sort of bugbear over here?
There's no bugbears at all. They're all goblins.
Or goblin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You can make a perception check. You can use your action to make a perception check, but
Very well.
as of right now, they're like all the goblins are. It is dark.
And
It is dark, and even with your dark vision, it is dark, and you can't seem to
it is darker
focus.
than me out here. Okay, all right
Yeah,
then.
and you can't
never
seem to
mind.
focus over the crying of this giant right behind you.
Never mind.
Pretty
That will
distracting.
end my.
Miros, hearing Powwow yell, "Don't attack the giant," he looks across the street at Bone and goes, "Okay," and then he just starts. He's like, "Goblins, I guess," and then starts charging into the field, hoping he can find a goblin. Just gonna run aimlessly, just running through and just like moving wheat out of the way, just trying to find him.
You'll find one.
Up next is Goblin, who sees Miros charging forward, so he's just gonna run up to Miros and try to like sneak up on him and like stab him and like hit him with the rapier. And that's gonna hit. Oh, the scimitar. Oh my
no.
god.
Middle.
Oh, Miros takes a big hit. As this goblin just goes and slaps him with his fucking scimitar across the thigh. And like you just hear Miros cry out in pain. Oh fuck. And up next is Sabian, who doesn't know what R4 is doing, but is gonna keep trying to save R4. And like all he knows is now like the ground is coated and flooded with blood. So he's panicking now, thinking that R4 is somehow bleeding out or being crushed, and this is all like alchemical fluid.
Yeah.
Dylan's muted.
They gave him blood.
R4 has absolutely no idea that Savian is trying to save
Yeah.
him.
So like Sabian's just sitting there. He's gonna make another strength check and try to just like, and it's gonna keep trying to like get underneath this giant to see if he can try to pull R4 out.
I was gonna say, thanks to your warrior training, you probably assumed we've moved on.
Yeah. A 9. Sabian's just like trying. He's like, some help here. Come on, guys. Come on. And he's just
I
sitting
didn't
there.
see that. I can't help.
What weapons does Sabian have?
Meanwhile, there's like gallons of blood on the fucking ground.
Sabian's like,
It's a good thing you can't drown.
yeah. Sabian's got like his mace
Drown,
out.
breathe.
Sabian's got like this mace out. He's just trying to like use that as a wedge and trying to pry himself up and everything like that. It's just not working. And up next is the goblin. It's gonna sneak around after Shalvet missed, and go ahead and just make an attack. And it's gonna miss again. Wow, Shalvis, you're lucky. Shalvis has 5 health. Up next is Og, who is just gonna keep blubbering and just covering his face because he's just so afraid. He just goes, Og no fight. Og no fight. Oh go. And that's it.
I love him.
And up next is Bowernet.
How
Oh,
happy is that? Great.
he's got a new friend.
Someone
Oh.
commented in the chat, $20 to give Gallery a cursed item. I just might.
Let's see the $20 first.
Yeah, let me see the $20.
Then we'll roll on the
Do it.
table, and
Yeah.
a giant will have that.
Yeah.
Um,
That would be fun.
fuck. I mean, yeah, I'm all for everyone getting items.
Bowernet, what are you
I
doing?
mean, I know this guy got hit. I don't know what's going on over here necessarily. I know this guy's just bawling his fucking eyes out. I guess I want to make a perception check to look for this goblin over here.
Okay, make your perception check.
That's my best bet, I think.
Oh, what's your
To be
passive?
productive.
What's your passive perception?
It is 13.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not gonna be high enough. Okay,
Not better.
well, then you did that.
sh-
Yeah, that was as Thero, not as Bowernet. but you still rolled a 3. So
Yeah.
okay.
It was on Boner's character sheet.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, I guess I'll just wander into the cornfield or the hayfield aimlessly.
Okay. Up next is Shalvis, who hears this goblin still attacking it, but he can't really see it. So he's just going to keep trying to whack away, at where it was. That one's going to hit. He's out here just two-handing this quarterstaff, just swinging away. He manages to hit it. You hear the goblin in the distance, like Sabian and like some of you in the area can hear the goblin go, nah! But it's not enough to kill it.
Aw.
R4, you are hitting the chest cavity,
I'm coming out.
Okay, go ahead and make your strength check.
We're going straight up.
Sucking chest wounds will pull you through.
Now you have like a little bit more room to maneuver, so you can take your sword and like angle it a little bit more. You can't go full upward because this is a big ass sword, but you can like begin to like maneuver a little bit more vertical. Yeah, I'd say you make it like another 2 feet, just carving away.
Can you like sit up now?
Yeah, like you like at this point, like now, like you have enough room to maneuver to where get to your knee.
Yeah. I'm gonna activate rage again.
Okay.
Start fucking to get through this shit. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
get advantage. Come the fuck on.
My
And
God.
you just can't seem to make it through the back of the rib cage.
Right, bro.
And like you're just sitting there just sawing away at this thing, just
Well, I can't even imagine what the noise is from the outside that everybody's hearing.
They didn't cover this in your programming.
yeah,
I imagine it would probably sound like a chainsaw.
something like that. Yeah, just going away. Yeah. Powwow, you're up.
Give me one moment. Standing up on my giant friend's chest, looking behind me.
You're
Can
just
I
like-
see the
Hold on, we lost
goblins?
Mike. Lost Mike.
And we lost Mike.
There it is.
There it is. That's not it.
Can I?
That's still me. That's double me now.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Can I see the goblins from a heightened vantage point?
Yeah, you can see like the breaks in the wheat at this point. Like you see like little breaks and everything like that. You see like one like hiding like over like kind of near the foot of this giant that's on top of R4.
Chavez looks like he's pretty beat up, so I'll ring my bell on that goblin.
Okay. A natural 19
For a total of.
for a total of 18.
He still succeeds.
Yeah.
As my bonus action, I will pull out one of my rotten pieces of ham and just lay it on Ogg's face.
Aug's like tongue starts like trying to lick its lips and trying to find this piece of rotten ham, and it does find it, and like it just drags it into his mouth.
There's a good boy.
Whoa. Ooh.
I told you I'd give you food. That's my turn.
Up next is Thero.
All right. Thero is in the wheat. I guess I'll come over here, and if you want to attack this guy, what's the situation on that?
This thing attacked it attacked Miros.
Mhm.
So if Thero comes across it, he wouldn't. I'd give him sneak attack. Why not? Fuck it.
Okay.
I give him stack, whatever. Thero's like crawling through the weeds because his last stealth check was really high.
25.
25 hits.
18 damage.
Same thing. You are crawling in the weeds, and you come across this goblin, and then Sabian just launches Thera launches at him, and then pounces him and just stabs him with the dagger in the back.
Yep.
And then at that
Predatory.
point, and then Thera grabs him and pushes him, and he like falls like at your feet and stabs him, and he looks up and goes, "Oh hey."
Oh. Good job. The more feral part of the Fey nature, I see. That's
Varden, you're...
Well, seeing that there is no threat from the giant again, I will try and launch a firebolt. Let me see if I'm in range at the other goblin. So, boom, there we go.
Yeah, I'll say 17 hits.
Fuck yes.
More than enough.
Damn.
You just like lob a firebolt over where you heard that yip noise from Shalva sitting there with his quarterstaff, and then you just lob a firebolt over there, and then all of a sudden that whole area just ignites in fire, and then you see this little creature on fire running through the wheat into the street, and then just falls and just rolls around dead. And
Fuck yes.
and then it becomes quiet for a moment. Nothing's happening. And then, from over the wall, it doesn't hit any of you, but a goblin flies over the wall and lands and just immediately just becomes a blood splatter on the ground. And then another one. And it's starting to rain these goblins with these spiked metal helmets as they just fall to the ground and just become blood spatters. I need everyone to make a dex saving throw.
Am I included in this?
You are not.
Still in the giant.
Ah, be my shield. Fuck.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna roll one natural 120. Okay. Varden, you failed. Powwow, you failed.
Damn it.
I need Miros. Let's make him roll a dex save too. That's not good. He fails. Shalvis roll dex as well. Shalvis fails. Wow. Okay. Sabian needs to roll one as well. Thero and Boerne, they make a dex save. Sabian fails. Is anyone going to succeed?
Shit, maybe not at this rate.
Boerne succeeds.
I take back my last words.
Of all people to succeed, it is Boerne.
And Thero.
And Thero.
And Mike, you muted.
I think he gets evasion at level 7, right?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Okay. So he actually does have to make this. 24.
He succeeds.
God damn.
As all of you begin to see these goblins with spiked helmets just flying over the sky. And then you each take 5 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, shit.
as these goblins just... Or no, sorry. not bludgeoning, piercing damage, as these goblins with these spiked helmets begin just bombarding you guys. Just briefly for that one instance, and then it's done. And then you see, you can hear some crashing damage happening just south of you. And then Powwow, you're high up on top of this goblin, or on top of this giant, to see that they're just lobbing them randomly over the wall in waves.
Theo and I both take 5.
No, you guys succeeded.
Oh, so we take none.
But at this point, combat is over.
I immediately look up. Shalvez?
Yeah.
Are you alright? Look a little beat up over there.
Ain't the worst I've been. It ain't the best, but I'll take it.
Outstanding. Alright, Og.
I'm still cutting my way through this fucking.
Yeah. We'll say, like, another 5 minutes, or a few minutes, like another minute and a half goes by, and then all of a sudden, R4 just emerges. This, like Ace Ventura, just emerges out of this giant's back. And just crawls out and, like, just, like, nothing but red. Bo Renee, you're so disgusted.
I immediately start trying to prestidigitate from.
I'm
the
gonna
head
reach
down.
back into the giant, rummage for a second, grab my top hat, put it back on.
And then when you go to put the top back on, some pieces of, like, organs just begin to, like, fall and, like, just fall into your shoulder.
I don't even know where to start.
Hey, Ravi. We've made a new friend.
Have we? Just as more giant viscera just falls from my face. I'm going to approach our new friend.
You reach into the giant to pull your sword out, and you accidentally pull out a rib, and then you just toss it to the side, and you grab it. You reach around and you find the sword, and then you manage to pull it out. And you all begin to converge on this giant.
I don't know if it's because I was absolutely shit-faced 12 hours ago, or less, or if it's the absolute amount of gore that R4 is just ripped out of this giant. But I think I'm gonna vomit.
You've earned it.
Oh, all right, I'll be in the wheat.
Also,
So who's this?
This is Og. I've promised him some food. Hopefully, he can give us the answers we've been looking for. You, useless cavalry in the back, can you help us at all and get me some meat?
Right away, right away. And they're like, you can tell from this distance, you can smell it that they've shit themselves.
Sure.
They were not ready for what they ran up on, and they hid in the wheat field the entire time.
Of course.
Theo will pipe up. Don't you have a bag of half-rotten meat from the bones that you were cleaning earlier?
Yes, they're mostly clean.
Not the bones, but the viscera from it.
On my side pouch. I was gonna make stew with this, but I suppose this is a good purpose too. Og, here you go.
And like, you like climb down from Og, and like Og like rolls over into his like all fours, and like you just begin like tossing it into his mouth.
There's a good chap.
Og like food. But he's only speaking in giant, so like only the rest of you just hear guttural nonsense.
Do you understand common, Og?
Og no giant.
Outstanding. Oh, I've got so many questions for you.
I just want to point out that this giant's intelligence is 5. Just letting you know. Okay.
Yep.
Barely capable of speech.
Well, we have friend. He's not attacking us for now, and he just wants some food. And I'm sure we have plenty of questions that we can ask him.
Og begins crawling over, like over you, Powwow, to this other giant.
Was
And
it a
just
friend?
Og like Lop.
Oh. Well, Lop really beat up my friend. And you know how these things go. Just because we're small, clearly, we're quite strong.
Small say small weak need food. Food make big. Big make strong.
I think it's time to flip that logic a little bit, Og. Clearly, small, not weak. Big was weak. Now Big dead. But Og's still alive.
Og live.
It's because Og's smart. Yes, Og know when not to fight. Yes, and now Og get food.
Og get
Gop.
food.
Gop was wrong. What about the rest of your clan? Oh, with the other giants?
They no have food.
Is that why they attack?
Go want food.
I see.
I believe that just means yes.
Now, does Og know ordering?
Ordning shattered.
Right. I fucking like. Ordning's shattered.
What is the shattered?
Hello.
Do you have any food?
Mm-hmm.
No. Does Og know Big Horn in clan? Big Horn call giants.
No big horn. Big ga. Ga big. Real big. Bigger than me.
Does Ga or Gop?
Ga.
Ga. Does Ga have horn?
Og no.
Oh no. Where is Ga?
Ga at home. Grudhog. Home.
Grudhog home. Okay. I'm gonna. Here's my map. We here. Hills over here. Where in Hills is home?
Og just like looks at the map.
He's intelligence 5.
Make sure he doesn't eat that, Bow Wow.
Yes. Okay, Og. Fingers. Which way home?
Og think home that way. And he just like points over like the wall, like where they like the area like they came over.
Does home move?
Home no have legs.
So, tiny dumb people on wall try to find your home. They cannot. Home hidden well?
Grudhog home
And I don't believe we have anything marked as Grudhog on the map, correct?
No.
What does Grudhog look like?
Grudhog home. Grudhog deep.
Deep, far in hills. How many sun moves from here to home?
Og no know how count.
Uh,
Any luck, Powell?
I'm making small progress. I'll fill you in as I'm going.
Okay.
How can we get him to describe how far this place is?
How did he find this town? If he doesn't know directions or counting or anything.
Oh, good question. Good question. How ga find this town?
Ga want food. Me get food for Ga. Og attack town. Og leave. Bring food back to Ga.
And I imagine ga would be like Gop, no like us. He would not like us if we were to show up.
Small people. Weak. Ga real big. Ga bigger than me.
Big, yes, yes. Many giants in home.
More than just me and Lop.
More than you see right here.
He like looks around. Yeah.
Like a bunch more.
Bunch more.
So a lot more than 9.
There's a lot of giants in that town. Ga, we looking for horn. Giants have probably Ga. How can we get that horn?
Og no know of Horn.
Does Ga have big cabin, big house?
Ga have big everything.
Does Ga not let anyone in house? Secrets?
Og never try.
I could never try.
Ask him if Gaw wants to trade for food.
Would Ga trade for food?
Me no speak for Ga.
Fair point.
How many attacks for Gaw?
Yeah.
Could we-
That's what I'd say.
Offer food to talk to Gaw.
Could we offer food to talk to Ga?
All shoulders.
Maybe he needs to go home and talk to Gaw.
Yeah.
By the way, now that you guys have like had a moment and like you're like taking your breaths now after like running around and fighting constantly, the smell is atrocious. It's like, you know, these giants are just real big. They don't wear anything besides like a basic soiled loincloth, and it's just dirt and fecal matter, and now there's gore and viscera behind you.
It smells like home.
Basically, constantly precipitating.
It's like the constant smell of the sewer near the blue alley.
So, have a moment, Ga, and I'll throw him a little bit more of my fucking bone meat.
You just hear crunching.
So,
What an awful way to say that.
recapping, Og can probably show us where the home is, but that's pretty much all that he's got for us. It's at least a step in the right direction, but we still don't know where the fuck this horn is.
If we somehow got like a fuck ton of meat or food,
At this
We probably
point, while
keep-
you guys are conversing, those guards show back up with like a couple of bags of like mixed fruits and different type of grain food.
well, we can see if he likes that.
Yeah. Og, veggies.
Og like food.
Og has food.
And like just like he like reaches for the bag but also grabs this guard and just brings the entire thing to his mouth.
Hey, whoa,
Og, stop. Stop. Drop it.
And just opens his mouth and this guard just falls out. And like this guard's not moving. He's like covered in spittle and like he's been chewed like twice.
Does he look like he's still alive?
He looks like he's pretty fucking hurt.
All right. Fine. Do I have?
Oh,
I
to
do.
eat.
I have Spare the Dying prepared. Spare the Dying.
Sabian,
walk
it's like Sabian walks
gonna-
over. He's like, "This is a cantrip for me at any time, so I'll take care of this. You keep speaking nonsense." And he's just gonna lay his hands on this guard who's just, and like when like Sabian goes to touch him, like brings his hand back, whatever, like a long trail of saliva just follows his hand.
I'll pretend to say that for you.
Og accept gift. Og doesn't eat town folk.
Og eat food.
Yes, town folk currently not food. Later, we'll see.
I don't speak giant.
He just keeps chewing. Like he grabbed the sack too. Like he's just chewing the burlap sack and like just at this point it's almost like a dip pouch to this guy. Just like
Just pack a fucking guardsman.
he's got a huge lipper in right now of just a random assortment of fruits and veggies.
Yeah, can you give me some Copenhagen pikemen?
Yeah.
Copenhagen fight. Oh my god. You got fresh Cope pikeman.
Yes. See if you can get me a log.
Yeah, plate, not leather.
Gop eat food. Try to eat food when not asked to. Now Gop dead. Og eats food when he is allowed to, and Og's still alive.
Og eat food. Og get big.
Well, Og's still small.
Og no small.
Og.
Chief
going to
God
say-
big.
I'm going to say Og small, and then I'm going to start cutting back into the other one.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh.
There's an objective here, I promise.
Powwow, I think you need to get as much information out of him before he carves the shit out of that giant.
I think we just need to buy this guy with as much bread, beer, and beef as we can.
What do you? I don't. Do you all speak
We
giant?
don't know how much the town can provide.
No, I don't.
We
speak
should
giant.
probably head back over to the Abbey if that's the case.
Well, if we want to go for the trade route, sure, but I don't feel very
Well, not-
strongly.
Trade route. It's a bribe.
Well, you just saw Og accept the bribe and the person giving the bribe. I don't think a bigger hill giant is going to be more accepting.
It's probably fair.
I'm going to
Probably.
poke my head out of the corpse. Do we need a tool to threaten him?
Him? No, we don't need a threat. He's already a broken giant.
Let me know. I have an idea, and I'm gonna back into the corpse.
Oh,
Should we work out a deal for this town to at least pay these guys off? This is really destructive. And
Dylan, while you're digging through this giant, roll a D100 for me.
Oh no.
You find a platinum unicorn.
43.
a cursed ring.
Okay. Let me roll this real quick. You find, while digging through this giant's body, a dented steel shield. Just like he's using it like as a guard on its knee. And then like on the backside of the shield is like this rolled up large parchment.
I'm going to step away from the corpse. Who has clean hands?
Always.
I'm going to show him the
Oh,
parchment on the back of the shield.
Oh, okay, I will. Is the parchment like rolled up, or is it?
Yeah, it's like rolled up and like crinkled, like and crumpled into like the back of the shield.
All right, I will take it and unfurl it.
Okay, it's like a large, just like a portrait of, you don't know of who. It's just a like a painting.
Oh, is it good?
It's pretty good.
What kind of, is it of a giant? Is it of a humanoid?
It's like a humanoid, yeah. It's like a woman with like brown hair, like she's like standing in a field.
Oh, it's. I feel like her boyfriend was murdered by this guy.
Probably. I'm going to go back to cutting out this thing's heart.
Okay, shield is dented.
And then you like
That dedication.
Bo Renee,
though.
like while you're like looking at this thing, like you get done looking at it and like you put it down and you see R4 like going like deep diving, spelunking into this giant's open wound in its back.
What does God?
Every once in a while, the giant
Forward,
twitches
shield.
from R4 hitting a nerve and like just making it move. Just
Shield Varden, I think this is functional. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Shielder. I don't know what the word is.
yeah, it's just a big round steel shield. It's pretty dented, but it's still
magical. Something about it. Or
I'll see.
dented.
Can I make a perception check to see if it has any magical properties?
You'd have to do like an Arcana or detect magic on it, or anything
yeah,
like that.
sorry,
Yeah,
Arcana.
I can run detect magic when we're.
you don't
Damn
see
it,
like
come
any.
on.
You don't see like any inscriptions or anything like that on it.
No,
Any
please.
arcane runes or anything. No.
Okay.
It is a horn we're looking for, right? Everybody?
I believe.
Horn or conch or something like that? What does Ga carry on him?
Go real big.
That's not what I asked.
Go carry many things.
Ask him if God would eat us if we went to visit God.
Would God just immediately eat us on sight?
Oh no.
Has Ga spoken to small folk before?
God no like small folk.
Small folk know like God.
Go have sword in nose.
Pretty metal.
Sword as big as His? Point to Ravager.
Deep in this dead
I'm
giant.
just gonna toss the giant's heart out of its body, and then crawl out.
Jeez. Fucking brutal, bro.
I appreciate that that's at least anatomical and not just gore.
The rest of you just see like this
There's-
giant's heart just fall out of this body. Sabian's like, all right, what
Okay,
the
I'm done.
fuck?
All parts of the giant.
Og says, sword bigger.
Guy is huge.
Go big. Go big.
Is Ga like 2 Ogs?
Go big. And like he points over at Varden's shield. Go has that in ear.
Guy is huge.
Okay.
So what are you guys thinking?
I don't know. What did he just say?
He's so big that he has a sword the size of Ravager in his nose and a shield tucked into his ear.
Oh, like an earring.
I suppose.
Fuck. We just don't want to talk to Ga.
Well then.
I mean, we could bring a ton of food and say, "Oh, no giants come except for Ga," and then Ga comes and say, "Let's talk."
Powwow, you do speak giant. You know that Grud Hog is giant for River Mound.
River Mound. Why is my map not coming up? Refresh.
Wait, Grudhog?
River Mound.
That's to the north of here.
You can't see it on your map. It's just labeled for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Grudhug next to river.
Grudhog.
Grud.
Grudhog near river. Grudhog big. Big.
Big. Fuck. My ideas are running low, gentlemen. Anyone else have any other thoughts?
Maybe we just go to Tribe War. How about the Zenerum? And then try to co-op the Zenerum into like a big old joint hit on Grudhog with whoever we can get from Goldenfields.
Yes. Sounds good.
The
I think
direction
it's
that
going to
he
be more
pointed
expensive to.
was the direction that he pointed east or north.
It was just over the wall.
I didn't hear you. Muted.
Yeah. He just like pointed at like where the area like where he climbed over the wall.
So east. That's not on the way to Tribord. That's a long journey. And the
Yeah.
has their own problems to deal with of another giant type.
They do, but that could be less combat oriented. It seems like hill giants are just like very R4 solution. You know what I mean?
Right.
As he's, slowly like paring away the spine.
That's an option. Will Ga
I don't think
attack?
paring hill giants is an option.
Will Ga fight here again for food?
Oh, no.
If
Chief
giants are
Ga
big,
want be big. Chief Ga want food.
why only a couple giants climb wall? Other giants scared?
Me lead party. Me climb over wall for Chief Ga.
Why only you?
Other giants, small. Me giant big.
Oh, you bigger than other giants.
Me big.
Nice. You big. But got bigger.
Me leave now. Me get food and go.
If Ga goes away, are you biggest giant?
Me no eat enough food to be big. But me get big. One day.
That doesn't answer. How many other bigger right now than you?
Many big. Many big. Chief Ga big. Real big.
What do you guys think?
What's up?
Do we let him go? Do we follow him to see where the town is?
We could
I say we
follow.
follow him. Yeah, follow him.
We can try to follow him tomorrow. Rest up, prepare.
Is he going to wait
Adversely.
here overnight?
Adversely, we could convince him to stay here for a little bit and gather a war party.
That too.
These are the rangers that barely went
Sounds
outside
smart.
the town. I don't think
Not
they're
them.
going to be other war parties.
Zentarim.
Ooh.
I'm sure
That
the
would be
Zentarim
wild.
has a vested interest in how much money the Giants probably have stockpiled.
Hey, Chavez, what do you think of that? If we were to ask for help, do you think we could get a pile?
Help from who?
Friends.
I don't know if you're gonna be stupid enough to. I don't. What, you guys want to go into a giant den?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys are crazy.
Yes. Have you? I just spent the last 20 minutes talking to a giant.
It's risky business.
We're crazy,
I'm just going to,
but
I'm
we
just
get
going to
results.
gesture to the Giant's heart.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch that. That's some real shit that you probably need to work out with someone. I don't know who. I don't know who be certified to fix you and whatever nonsense is going on with that.
I think his name is Ga.
Yeah, that's just good harvesting. I could make
I think
something
that's
out of
who he needs to sort that out with, is with Ga. Look, there's a giant's den some number of miles away. And there's this place. Now, if we don't want this to be a giant's den, if we want this to be a profitable, burgeoning pillar of civilization, I don't think one can stay while the other does,
They're going to attack again.
It's an inevitable
That's
intersection.
That's above my just above my pay grade. All right, listen, I was supposed to just come here and then just identify how to take over this place.
I'll kind of pull him away from the other guards and everybody else who could be listening. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you were supposed to turn this place into a profitable outpost, right? Now,
No,
we both know that this isn't Waterdeep, but if this is a safe layover, it's not very fucking safe if hill giants are throwing goblins over the walls every month.
neither is a town getting bombarded by stones from the sky, but you can't
Yeah.
account for that.
Well, I mean, now we have to account for it. And I'm not
I
saying
don't.
that you need to go. I'm just saying that maybe you should write a letter to people who could go.
I can forward your information to people, but it's going to be on them. So whether or not they want to help you.
Just asking for an endorsement, not a blank check necessarily.
I'm pretty low in the totem pool. My word really doesn't mean a lot. You think
Well,
the good Zenorum agents are in the middle of nowhere at a harvesting town?
I think you have the contact information of the good NRM agents. I think if you said, "Hey, there's a serious problem out here, and there's a serious investment opportunity," that you could have the resources come down here.
I can push the info up. That's all I can guarantee.
I mean, we're like I said, I don't think that you have like a secret
Do it.
stash of like 30 guys just hanging out, sharpening swords who aren't fucking around right now that could be tomorrow. Yeah, strongly worded letter.
I can do that.
Or perhaps the address of where I could send a sending spell.
Varden would have more luck than I would.
Wow, that's helpful too.
Yes. We'll see what we can do, but
Is Seven Snakes the play then, Martin?
mhm.
All right.
Well,
can see. I
Og
mean,
leaves
it's
now,
worth a
and then
try.
Og like
Og?
stands up.
Og sleep. Then Og leave in morning.
Og leave. No?
Og do not leave now.
Og don't leave now.
Og don't leave now. Og with us go outside. We sleep. When we wake, we go home.
Og go home.
Yes. After, sleep.
Og sleep.
Og sleep. Yeah.
And he just like lays down right there.
All right, listen up, everyone. It's time to take a long rest. We'll do watches to make sure if he starts to move, we start to move.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
pull out your bedroll. We're sleeping in the fucking fields.
Is the rest of the attack I think it not pressing?
I'm pulling out my bedroll.
Pretty sure all those houses are on fire.
I'm sleeping.
All right, we'll watch it.
Okay.
Technically, none of that is our problem.
I mean,
All right.
we just need to. I've bought us a bit of time. Let's see how it goes.
Well, I'm gonna use sending on Zolkin at least because I got a spell slot. Might as well use them.
Or no, Ravager, you go. When you go to sleep, you still are active.
Yeah, I just don't move for 6 hours.
So if you just
Bye, Mike.
position so that you're staring at Og, then we'll know
Yeah.
if he starts to move. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Hi everybody. It's me again. Twice. Goodbye everyone.
Discord fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I contact Zolkin, tell him Goldenfield was attacked. There's a hill giant problem. We need as much reinforcements as they can give us to clear out the giants. What's the selling point?
If Zentrum agents can move in, we possibly could have more influence, more of a foothold here.
We absolutely will.
Yeah, that clearing out the hill giants. Yeah, I mean, this was a pretty serious attack to get over the walls. I don't know what we could get from the abbot as far as legitimate stuff, but
It would be more political. The Zentrum came in and saved the village, and therefore
The villagers would know exactly who saved them, and it wasn't the abbot and his guards.
But we wouldn't. Do we want to just say
Definitely.
that it's this interim who did it? You know what I mean? Like, what's the angle there?
You put up a shadow front. The Mercenary League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I don't care.
Yeah,
So I
I'll
mean-
see if I can get you honorary memberships.
So, Goldenfields attacked. Giant captured. Headed to clear out giant stronghold. Huge opportunity for Zentrum to move in. We need as many troops as you can send. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna cast sending to Zolkin.
Okay.
I will say, hi. Goldenfields attacked. Large hill giant force. Town almost overrun. We're headed to clear out hill giants. Need as many men as you have. Huge opportunity for Zentrum
I feel like that's way more than 22 words.
infiltration. That's 25 right there.
Okay.
I was counting. Sorry, I had like.
Zolkin replies back. Well, you got me while I was asleep. You know what time it is? Giants attack. Not sure if we could take Goldenfields. Need more assessments.
I'll relay
Very
that to
well.
the group. Do we have time for assessments?
We can just focus on one thing at a time here. See where that village is. Maybe scout it out from far away.
Yeah.
Are those pissant guards still around?
After one almost got eaten,
See.
they kind of left.
Who's still here? Is Miros still here?
Miros is left. He's gone. He made a point to wave at you guys and say he was going to make sure the tavern and the inn aren't getting destroyed by goblins, and he left.
Shalvis, can you get a word out that make sure that we are not disturbed, and we need this giant to lead us. We need to follow where this giant goes.
I can rally some guards, yeah, and set up a perimeter, make sure no one comes over here and bother us.
Yes, that's good.
I'm sure if the bloody one comes with me, it'll be even more effective.
True.
I'll go.
Okay. He begins walking back to the center of town.
All right, Zero, you're on watch until Ravager gets back.
All right. Trancy time.
Okay. And for brevity's sake, Chalvis and R4 make their way to the center of town, rally up about 10 or 15 guards, and then they make their way back and they set up a giant cordon and perimeter of the area to make sure no one disturbs you guys. And that's where we end tonight's session. So congratulations, you guys
Nice.
survived your first giant attack.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
So
Killed it.
thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight, and thanks to everyone who came into the chat and kept us company. We appreciate it. Make sure you ask about my giveaway on my future streams, and don't forget to tune in next week while we continue our Storm King's Thunder. Everyone say goodbye now.
Or cursed weapons.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.